guys, what's up? It is Dave here with another video, and today we are talking about the new Baja Rey 2.0. This thing is an absolute blast to drive. It is a realistic trophy truck, which means it has independent front suspension, solid rear axle, and it is improved from the old version, for sure. The driving definitely feels a lot better. It feels more stable. With that being said, it also will traction roll and flip over fairly easy. But that's what makes this thing a blast to drive. I mean, on 2S, this thing is perfect. It has plenty of speed to have fun with. It has plenty of speed plenty of power to get you sideways and get all the jumps and just watch the suspension work. That's what's really fun about this truck. That's why mostly what I got is slow-mo shots. But this thing is just an absolute blast to drive. And on 3S, I mean, sure, it's fast. But in my opinion, 3S, it's going to destroy itself. At least it's what happened with the old version. With the new version, it held up. But again, this isn't something that I would necessarily take to the skate park. There's plenty of other vehicles out there for that. This is really for going to the sand dunes or the beach or anywhere where you can get that scale terrain and run fast. This truck, it still has all the cool scale features. They reinforced the rear bed cage. They gave you 2 full functioning spare tires, which is awesome compared to the old one. Only has 1. The cage, like I said, is more reinforced, so it feels much more durable back there. In the past, it felt very flimsy. They did change out the bearing in that third member in the rear, made it a little bit larger to hold up to abuse. Unlike the other one, has slightly smaller bearing, which didn't quite hold up the best. And then the front has the dual shock setup, which basically means more tuning capabilities, which is great for when you're out in the desert, running these things, because it's clearly what this is intended for. This one had been beat up. This is the one that we drove, so it's still a little dirty, but it is, again, it is just so much fun to drive. In the fact that it handles unlike any other truck, any other short course truck, as far as like the Slash, things like that, it's not going to handle like that. You really have to drive it. And being 2S, 3S capable, this thing has plenty of speed. We took this thing out to durability test it, and while all the other videos durability test meant let's take it to the skate park and beat on it, we wanted to try something different. With this being a fast, scale, realistic-looking vehicle, we went for a more realistic durability test. So we went to a parking lot and got it up to speed, got it up to full speed. Well, we were only running 2S, but we got it up to full speed, which is somewhere around 45-ish, and literally just flipped it as fast as we can on pavement just to see what it would do. And this thing took an absolute beating, flipping, rolling over, and just like any other short course, if it lands on its side, you can normally turn the wheel and flip back over. If it lands upside down, you're pretty much turtled. So it is what it is. Then we also took it to a track, ran it on a track. These things are super fun on a track, especially if there's loose dirt and things like that. And we really wanted to play around with the suspension, or play around with it and watch the suspension work. So that's exactly what we did. In some of these shots, you can really see the suspension drop out as it goes over the jumps and squat as it lands. It just looks really cool. So maybe that's just the scale dirt. But this thing, once again, it was a ton of fun to drive, and I highly recommend picking one up. If you haven't driven one, it's definitely worth driving, in my opinion. So, as always, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And be sure to pick one of these up. I will drive with you guys next time.